So, Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. They offered absolutely nothing going forward. High line for life, mate. No Ange Postecoglou new manager bounce. He's now played Arsenal 5 times and got 1 draw and 4 losses.
Who knew?
Zubi Doo, where are you? Well, he was slapping one straight in the back of the net and then heading one in the back of the net. Our striker scored, in spite of this manager, and you wouldn't have seen this on TV. There was a pass in the first half, where Eze took an extra touch and crossed it back, and then he did that slide towards the front post and pull it out for a goal kick. On camera, he said, "What a fucking shit ball." He didn't get subbed off. Our captain, big up Timber, he's injured our captain. Not that I'm celebrating that. However, we played better without him. And light work, Kenny. Yeah, I'm a bit peed off that he took the striker off, but we do have a big game on Tuesday.
No, it's a Tuesday. I think what's happening, if Havertz was fit, probably he would have top risk enquiries with the Man City game coming up. But in terms of today's game, regardless of the opposition, regardless of that they were cannon fodder, regardless of there was no pace to the side, it's how you respond when you come under adversity. It's how you respond when you come against teams that don't come and do anything. And right now, our performance today is probably the best I've seen us since PSG. There's no exaggeration. The reason why is because there was nothing I was displeased with. And regardless of what you said about Madueke and the fact that, it's Forest, the fact is he still was able to do that.
I thought he was our best player, by the way. I thought he was man of the match.
He still got the radar. He still had his direct opponent on toes. He was still putting those crosses in. Arteta, you could see his face. He was really pleased with him. And I think in the first half, as opposed to Eze was just trying to find his feet. It was, worried about getting back to position. The second half, and there was more space. Eze puts aside the pass for Gyökeres. Again, this is Gyökeres' best performance as well. Zubimendi, what a goal, what a volley. 20 yards, no deflection, straight in the back of the net. His second goal, good little cross by Trossard. But the thing is, you made a very poignant point. There is life after players like Odegaard and Saka. Yes, they're still going to be first choice, without a shadow of doubt. Declan Rice is going to be first choice. But guess what, right? We've got no excuses now because these players are good to go. So basically, what the manager has to do is that he's got players on the field with a lot of experience. And if they play like this on a regular basis, it's a case of us waiting in the wing to see Liverpool drop points. But that's like a big, big if. But today, Madueke, shake me hand, mate. Really pleased with you. But you know who I was really happy with as well? It was good old Ranieri. Could have sulked. He would have had like the Max Darwin sort of like chance, ringing through his ears. Players preferring to Max Darwin, but he's come on and he looked good. He's even doing the things that Mikel likes. The tracking back, getting the positions, and his first ball was fantastic. Mikel Merino as well. Shake my hands. Never let us stand. Yes, he's not pleased in the eye. Yes, sometimes when you want a horse, it could be a donkey. Yes, sometimes when you want a page 3 models and good-looking models, he can be an ugly duckling. Yes, he can be an ugly duckling. But you know what? That ugly duckling never lets people down. It's the ugly girls who sometimes who are our best players. Today, I thought he was fantastic. Did we miss Declan Rice? Not today we didn't miss Declan Rice. Because guess what? The players that played are fully fit. You're not playing under 8% capacity, which sometimes we have to endure when we watch some of these players. They're fully on it. And that's why I've got no complaints about today's performances. Because guess what? I now know that I can raise the standards. Like from what I can now say from Madueke is you're giving all this space, kill. But what I want more from Madueke is goals, because we're going to need some goals. On a lighter note as well, I want to pay tribute to this lovely woman. She waited. It's now 2.5 hours after the final whistle. She waited nearly 2 hours to speak to him, right, and give the guy a bit of credit. He gave her a picture, signed everything, and he actually signed some autographs from fans. So sometimes I could be harsh on Ian Wright, but right in front of me, just about 20 minutes ago, Ian Wright made this woman's day. She was so happy. She was with her friends. He was with her son. There's another guy, not a particular big fan of yours, but me and him get along in house fight. Actually, he's no fan of yours.
Who is a big fan of me, Kenny?
not many people as such, but they hate me as well. Anyway, they hate me just as much. But that was a little side note. The other thing I sent you, I think, is a bit
bless
of a
up
hoax.
right as well. Bless up right for
Yeah,
that.
because the other thing I sent you about is a hoax. About like some bad news. I think it's a hoax. It's not being announced. So I think it's a hoax. So forget about that. But today, our performance was not a hoax. You know what I mean? It's kind of real deal. Yes, it's only not the Forest. Obviously, we're going to go into Tuesday. The team selection's got to be a bit different. Certain players who started today probably won't be starting against Bilbao. 5:45 kickoff, and then the Man City game takes care of itself. But we're going to learn tomorrow who's the real Man City, because let me tell you something now. They've got all these ballers, but they've got no game managers. Would I be pushed first? Would I be impertinent? Would I be jump the gun? Would I say that I expect us to win comfortably next week?
Well, I don't know. Listen, Man United normally do well against them. Yeah, especially away as well. Even under Oli and Ten Hag and so on and so forth. But even under that manager they've got there. Yeah, so but Man City is make or break for them. If they lose that, that's 3 losses in 4. Well, then they've got us next. And then that could be 4 out of 5. All of a sudden, it's looking like a slippery road for Pep, isn't it?
Well, he's got the Champions League game on a Thursday, because Man City complain about the Champions League game, saying that they haven't got enough time to prepare. But remember, Spurs have got a game on Thursday as well, same time. So
I think they'll beat Man United. Yeah,
well,
I think
you never know. They're there for the taking, because the simple reason is that normally when they under great Man City sides, when they're 1-0 up, it's free at the end of the game. They're 1-0 up in the Amex Stadium. What's happened? They allowed Brighton to sort of like come back in the game, get the equaliser, and then it was a case of backs to the wall. Brighton get the second goal, and we've now got the players that even without the personnel, Odegaard sadly got injured again. That's an opportunity for Wanyeri, or it could be another player. It could be Eze can play that.
Saliba was out today. It didn't really matter.
Exactly.
Well.
And that's the situation. Yes, of course. There's your first choice, but you know what I liked about this squad and these players. Last year, when you had players out, not such last year, but even previous years, regardless of whether it's under Arteta or other managers, the gap in quality between your understudy and your first choice was night and day. Now what we've done, hey, mate, what we're doing right now is that we're reducing the gap where it's not much of a gap, where players are good to go. They can express themselves, and you know what? They give us something different. Like normally with Saka, he doesn't always get down the byline. Because he's an all-round footballer. He tends to go in and go for goal. He uses his right foot for shoot on sight. Whilst Madueke uses his right foot for putting crosses in. So it gives us something different. Eze isn't a Martinelli. He isn't going to go past his man. But what he does, he can get in the middle of the park, get involved in the game, and do that as well.
And draws players in.
And that's what you want. You want your understudies not to just replicate what we're missing, but give us something different. So we surprise the opposition. That's what we did today. Madueke, give us something different. Is he better than Saka? No way. But it gives us something different. He's playing with confidence.
He had that Neco Williams on smoke every time he got the ball. Some of the crosses he put in the box were crazy.
Definitely. And then Gyökeres as well. 3 goals in 4. We were having debates whether Gyökeres is a real deal. He's a flat track bully. I don't care if he's a flat track bully at the moment, because guess what? Last year, when we played teams that we probably should be beating, what happened? 1-1. Losing the Bournemouth home and away. Yeah. So this guy could make the difference. And that's why...
Kenny, we've said this on the podcast. Sorry to cut in there. In spite of this manager, he'll bag 20 goals.
Well, that's the thing.
And he ain't got a great touch. He ain't got great hold-up play. He's clumsy on the ball. But guess what? Nobody cares, bro. If he puts the ball in the back of the net and we win a title, nobody cares.
But what we have to do is do all of this and hope that Liverpool drop points. And this time, we're in a position where we can hurt Liverpool, that we can make them pay. Because last season, they didn't have... They could have a bad... like drop a point here and there, but they were already 10 points ahead of us. So we can't let that happen again. Yes, we're 3 points ahead. They're going to win tomorrow, in my opinion, and they're probably going to win games. But games like when they're playing Crystal Palace away, when we got West Ham at home, that's where we think.
Scouse Derby as well.
They've got a Scouse Derby as well. Obviously, they're at Anfield. They're probably going to win that.
We're 1 point clear, by the way. We're 1 point.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. It's one of those things where.
But if we go, sorry to cut in, Kenny. Yeah, right. We've got Man City next and Newcastle away. Yeah, they've got Burnley, right? Then they've got Everton, and then we've got Crystal Palace.
Exactly.
If they get 9 out of 9 from them 3, and we drop points in any of the next 2 games, now all of a sudden that'll be a 4 or 5 point gap, maybe 6 point gap. And at that point, now it's looking a little bit weird, and this is why this month is crucial for this manager.
Exactly.
If he navigates through this first 6 fixtures, and we're still there or thereabouts, we're in a point or above, fair fucking play to him.
Well, fair play to him. Yeah, but the personnel's there. Liverpool could concentrate themselves. Palace is not going to be easy. Like I said, they still got good players. But the day, it's Liverpool's problem, not ours. We need to concentrate in Bilbao. We can't talk about Man City without talking about Bilbao. And then after Bilbao, talk about Man City. And after Man City, we got Port Vale. So we've got loads of games where we've got to navigate. So it's going to be a big season. Injuries, I said that were going to happen. Have already happened, which means Madueke, Eze, you've got the shirts, grab it. Ethan, keep the shirts, grab it. That's what you need to do. You don't have to rush the players back from injury. Mascara, shake my hand. I thought that was a good performance today. Yes, you didn't have much going for you, but even so, you concentrated.
The diving header out the box.
Exactly. And that's the thing. That's a sign of things to come. You know what I mean? You're a big club now, and now you're grabbing your chances. The attitude has to be right now. Basically, you've got to have a tunnel vision when you play football matches, play the opposition, and if the opposition's not as good as today, punish them, keep the foot in the neck, don't let them breathe. Ruthless. Foot on the neck, no breathing space. Up yours for us.
And that's the fan cam title right there, Ruthless. And we're out. Kenny, I love you, man. I'll share your Instagram post in a minute. Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. We're out. Bilbao on Tuesday. I'm going live in about 10 minutes. Emergency meeting because we need to talk about how we play better without this captain.
Ooh, I'm going to watch that. Right, I'm going to have to go home and get some charge.
Charge your phone up. Take care, mate. Love